I want to knit less, and I say that somewhat ironically while I sit here and knit. I feel like I've lost my connection to being a fiber artist, the one that I used to have when I started all of this, which was purely about experimenting, having fun, trying shit, not being too attached with the outcome, not being interested in that being the point of it. And the past few months, I have felt extremely lost in the point. That the point of art making is the actual doing of it, not the final product. It's the making part. In all honesty, when I get to the final product of a knit, I don't really care that much about it. What I cared about was the experience of making it, and I think this is really, really common for artists of any kind, is we care more about the problem-solving side of art that creativity is. It's like figuring out a problem and solving it and coming up with a final product eventually. But the thing that gives us the most joy and motivation is the actual problem-solving part, the bit where our brain is engaged. And my brain hasn't been engaged because I feel like I have been so distracted by social media, which I have personally decided to use to share my work. And so I knew this going in, truthfully. But I didn't expect it to have such a chokehold on me and become so confusing so quickly. I think it's something that artists are navigating constantly if we decide to share our art on social media. How does this exist online in a place that is so fast-paced and moving so damn quickly that you're going to literally miss something if you blink? And that doesn't match up with what being an artist is. Being an artist is about, especially something like knitting, it is called literal slow fashion. It is prided on being something that takes a long time. And so if you're trying to exist on social media as a fiber artist and you've got this thing in your brain that's saying you need to produce new stuff all the time, every week, that doesn't compute with the speed that you can work as an artist. Not only are you going to sacrifice your enjoyment and your connection to your actual doing practice, but you can also sacrifice the meaning that you place on your work. However you engage with social media, I think comparison is something that can creep up on us and be very subconscious to the point where we don't really realize that it's happening sometimes, but it's happening. Comparing yourself to other people's workflow, to their output, to whose algorithm is working out for them that week. All of these things that can cause resentment and envy and all these gross feelings that shouldn't be attached to art at all, and I don't like it. So what can I do to change that? I've been trying to think about what it is that really makes me keep doing this every single day. And realistically, like I just talked about, it's the process. Which brings me to this video, which is I want to knit less. It's not that I want to knit physically less and stop being a fiber artist, but I want to be knitting with more intention, because the way that I'm functioning right now, the pressure that social media is putting on my brain, whether or not that is a perceived pressure or a very real one, it's there, and I'm the only one who can control it to a certain extent. And what it's been doing is in turn making me knit less. I haven't knit something or completed a project in a while that I've been really proud of and that I've loved dearly until this one. But this one took ages. I had one day of big hyperfocus and I knit the whole yoke bit of the raglan, And then I didn't touch it for months because I just got overwhelmed by it, because I do it on pretty small needles, and it's very detailed. But it was sitting there and sitting there and sitting there, and I was like, what if I never pick that project up again? What a waste. And it's really rooted in this like paralysis that has been created in my brain of like not being able to commit to deciding what to work on, because I'm worried that it's not going to be a good use of my time to keep up with the pressure of I need to be showing that I'm doing work. And that's just paralyzing me. This idea that I need to be like perceived to be doing work all the time. And I just don't think that's even real. Like no one's like giving me that expectation. I'm giving myself that expectation. And so my idea right now is, how can I focus in to the point, which for me is so much about the process and so much about the experience of being a fiber artist, of being an artist, of being a creative, and make that the reason I do things. So when I knit, it's like, can I slow down and take the time to just get the camera out and film a little bit of it and do what I used to do, which was just like intuitively make these videos. I just get the camera out and I fuck around and I have fun and I just film shit, and then I find the story in the edit. That's how it used to work all the time. And I miss that freedom and the connection to my art. And I want it back. And I feel like since I really identified this, and I've had some conversations with the people around me, it's like I feel so inspired again to just keep going, and keep going for all of these reasons, for the process, for the experience of being an artist, for all of the experiments and all the lessons that I learn every time I pick up my needles and go into something blind. I love that. And I want to do it slowly and intentionally and with love and care. And I don't want to do it because I need to show some work. That's not the point. So do I want to knit less? Yes, I do. But I believe that by adopting this mindset and connecting back to slow, intentional practice with being an artist, that I'll end up making more work, and more work that is meaningful to me, and that I'm connected to, and that I love, and that I'm passionate about, and that I can't wait to share, instead of seeing the shoot as, oh, I need to just document the pictures for social media so I can get it on there. It's like, I'm gonna put on some music and I'm gonna have fun with it. And I'm going to think about how I can shoot this creatively, and how this piece can have a personality of its own almost, and give it its own story and its own place in time, and give it its full moment, because it deserves it, because it's a beautiful piece of art. And I genuinely feel that. I'm not even exaggerating right now. Like, I'm not even being dramatic. I genuinely feel that. And I haven't felt that for so long, because I've been so distracted and so like pressured and influenced by what social media feels like to be on, and how monotonous it is, and how repetitive and how exhausting it is to keep up. But I'll tell you, it's not exhausting if what I'm sharing and talking about online is something that has come from my life that day or that week, and something that I've experienced really organically in real life, and I'm not trying to just put something up there for the sake of content. That's gross. That's gross. I don't like it, okay? I don't. And I just think there's got to be so much more to art than that. These are looking quite similar. I think I'm in a phase. I think I'm in my Fair Isle era. Oh, it's beautiful. I love doing this. I love doing this so much. that's all I'm gonna say for now, because I could talk for hours, and I'm just gonna leave it there. Maybe you resonate and got something out of this. I'm just gonna try and be making meaningful art and just share my thoughts without policing them or censoring myself or thinking that they're not good enough thoughts, they're not blah blah blah, no one cares. Like, ew, why am I even thinking about that? Like, stupid. Just make the thing you want to make. Just make art and have fun and enjoy yourself and just put yourself into it and put meaning into it and enjoy yourself. Have fun, la la la. Just keep loving what you do, keep experimenting, keep having fun. Fuck off the rest. Okay, love you guys, bye.